Arsenal wasted no time returning to work after their dominant 3-0 win over Club Brugge in the UEFA Champions League on Wednesday night. Despite the late finish, the squad were back on the training pitch early Thursday morning in Belgium as preparations immediately shifted toward their Premier League encounter against Wolves on Saturday. The team completed their session at their temporary base in Bruges before flying back to London later in the afternoon. Manager Mikel Arteta and his full coaching staff closely monitored every drill, ensuring the players maintained intensity and focus despite the quick turnaround. Those who featured heavily in the win, including goal scorers Madueke and Martinelli, were placed on a tailored recovery program to help aid rapid physical reset after their efforts the previous night. Their session focused on light aerobic work, stretching routines, and mobility exercises, combined with gentle technical touches to maintain sharpness without adding fatigue. The emphasis was entirely on restoring energy levels and ensuring that all players remain fresh heading into the weekend. Meanwhile, the rest of the squad who did not start against Brugge were pushed through more intense work. Their training involved high-tempo rondos, transition-focused games, small-sided tactical scenarios designed to break down compact defensive structures like Wolves, and finishing drills inspired by recent match patterns. Arteta's staff also spent time refining pressing movements and vertical combination play, aiming to improve efficiency in tight spaces and maintain the team's strong rhythm. With the quick turnaround, Arsenal's coaching team stressed the importance of maintaining standards and carrying confidence from Wednesday's dominant display into the Premier League fixture. The squad will resume full training at London Colney on Friday, where Arteta will finalise his tactical approach and assess overall readiness for the Wolves clash. Meanwhile, as the January transfer window draws near, Arsenal are also monitoring developments around Real Madrid star Arda Guler. The 20-year-old Turkish talent is attracting serious interest from Arsenal, Liverpool and Manchester United after producing 3 goals and 7 assists in 21 appearances this season. Guler has quickly built a reputation as a generational playmaker, drawing comparisons to Mesut Özil due to his creative vision, elegance and tactical intelligence. Signed for €30 million in 2023, he has grown into a versatile option capable of playing as a number 10 or winger, backed by elite creative statistics such as 7.98 progressive passes per 90 and 3.27 key passes per 90. His goal involvement every 136 minutes further highlights his influence in attacking phases. Reports suggest that Mikel Arteta views Guler as an ideal long-term creative addition and a potential future replacement capable of elevating Arsenal's attacking structure. The Gunners are believed to be willing to pay up to $88 million to secure him, convinced that his skills perfectly suit their high-pressing, possession-based approach. However, Real Madrid are turning away offers and are preparing a contract extension, seeing him as a major asset for the future. While his loyalty to Madrid may play a role, the financial power and sporting ambition of the Premier League contenders ensure this transfer saga is far from over. On the other side, according to fresh reports, the club are willing to spend €45 million, which are round to £39.3 million, to secure one of League One's most highly rated young midfielders this winter, despite the player recently signing a new long-term contract with his current side. After an expensive summer window worth nearly £250 million, the Gunners were expected to have a quiet January. However, sporting director Andrea Berta remains attentive to strategic market opportunities, particularly those involving promising midfielders who could strengthen the squad's long-term structure. Sources suggest that Arsenal are actively assessing options, with young Elche talent Rodrigo Mendoza still on the list as a possible winter target. The club have also been heavily linked with Lile's rising star Ayoub Bouadi, who extended his contract until 2029. However, the extension is believed to be part of Lile's strategy to maximise any future transfer fee rather than guarantee a long-term stay. Arsenal and Chelsea are both reportedly willing to meet the €45 million valuation to secure his signature, although Lille are expected to hold out for offers exceeding €50 million in the summer. Bouadi has already amassed 72 senior appearances, breaking multiple club records at Lille and showcasing the maturity of a far older midfielder. Standing at 6 feet 1 inch, he offers versatility as both a number 6 and number 8, making him a natural fit for Arteta's tactical model. His ball-carrying ability, physical strength, and exceptional passing accuracy, particularly his 90.3% completion rate on long balls, ranking him in the top 1% of European midfielders, have made him one of the most coveted young players in France. With competition from Paris Saint-Germain, Manchester City, Liverpool, and Manchester United, securing Bouadi will not be straightforward. However, reports state that the strongest interest currently comes from Arsenal and Chelsea, setting the stage for a potential transfer battle between the London rivals. If Arsenal do manage to bring him to North London, Bouadi is viewed as a player who could one day step into the roles currently occupied by key midfield figures. His profile suggests he could grow into a long-term solution in Arteta's evolving engine room, learning from top-level leaders and eventually becoming a central figure in Arsenal's future midfield. On the other side, Arsenal have been tipped to explore a potential January deal for Manchester United midfielder Kobbie Mainoo. According to respected ESPN journalist Mark Ogden, the Gunners could consider a short-term option for the England international if they reach the end of the window still needing extra cover in midfield. Mainoo, despite his talent and breakthrough reputation, has yet to start a Premier League match this season. He has made 9 appearances off the bench, with his only start coming in the League Cup defeat to Grimsby Town. Reports suggest that he considered leaving Manchester United late in the summer window after Ruben Amorim publicly stated that he would be competing directly with captain Bruno Fernandes for minutes. The midfielder pushed for a loan move elsewhere for more consistent first-team football, but Manchester United Director of Football Jason Wilcox convinced him to stay. Even so, uncertainty continues to surround his situation heading into January, especially with Premier League rivals monitoring his availability. Chelsea, among other clubs, have shown interest, but Ogden believes Arsenal could emerge as a surprise contender. On the ESPN FC podcast, he explained that while United prefer to keep the player, financial pressures under the Premier League's PSR rules mean homegrown stars could be allowed to leave, similar to the situation involving Alejandro Garnacho in the summer. Ogden noted that Arsenal might look at Mainoo as a short-term solution to provide depth behind Martin ODEGARD, especially with young Max Daumann still developing and not yet ready for a heavy match schedule. In his written piece for ESPN, Ogden emphasised that Arsenal's squad is strong, but that midfield cover remains a concern when ODEGARD is unavailable. However, any move for Mainoo would depend on Manchester United finding a replacement, a scenario that makes the potential deal complicated but not entirely impossible. With Arsenal keeping one eye on maintaining squad strength during a title push, a late window loan could become an option if circumstances align. On the other side, Real Madrid's Vinicius Jr and Napoli's Scott McTominay. The biggest news dominating the headlines is the potential availability of Real Madrid superstar Vinicius Jr. The Brazilian forward has reportedly informed President Florentino Perez that he is unwilling to extend his contract beyond 2027, citing a growingly fraught relationship with manager Xabi Alonso. Following a heated moment in El Clasico where he muttered, "Always me, I'm leaving the team," after being substituted, an exit could come sooner rather than later. The price tag is colossal. clubs will likely need to stump up £150 million and match his reported £350,000 per week wages. Intriguingly, Arsenal has been ranked as the favourites among the Premier League's Big Six and are reportedly ready to break the bank. While the forward's defensive work rate is a known issue, the club seems to believe his attacking quality, which includes scoring in 2 Champions League finals, is worth the risk, especially as Mikel Arteta remains firmly in the market for a new left winger, despite Leandro Trossard's recent good form. In other significant transfer news, manager Mikel Arteta is reportedly driving the push to sign Napoli's Scott McTominay. The manager is said to view the Scotland international as the perfect addition to his midfield, providing vital depth. While Arsenal is already blessed with talent like Declan Rice, Christian Norgard and Martin Zubimendi, injuries to key players like Victor Gyökeres, Kai Havertz and Gabriel Jesus this season have highlighted the need for more options. The cost for the former Manchester United man, who has flourished at Napoli with 12 goals and 6 assists in 34 Serie A outings last season, will be high. Napoli, with McTominay under contract until 2029, is demanding a hefty £60 million. Despite the competition for a starting spot with Declan Rice, who Gary Neville called the irreplaceable Roy Keane or Rodri figure, McTominay's ability to press and attack would offer fantastic tactical flexibility for Arteta as the team challenges on multiple fronts. Let's move to previous updates. Transfer discussions continue to gather pace. Arsenal are reportedly one of the clubs monitoring Nottingham Forest centre-back Murillo, though competition from Chelsea and Barcelona has intensified. His standout performance, scoring and keeping a clean sheet in Forest's 3-0 win at Anfield, has pushed him into the spotlight again. Reports suggest Arsenal have entered the race with serious intent, with Mikel Arteta said to be a long-time admirer. However, Forest value him at around £75 million, and his contract until 2029 gives them a strong negotiating position. Chelsea are believed to be the most aggressive contenders at this stage, with their manager identifying him as a priority target. Barcelona, meanwhile, are interested but unlikely to reach the required fee without selling players. For Arsenal, despite the admiration, a move appears less likely for now, especially after strengthening the centre-back department over the summer. Still, the club's interest in young, high-quality defenders shows they're planning long-term. Do you think Arsenal should push for Murillo or focus on other positions? In addition to that, Arsenal are reportedly considering selling fullback Ben White in January as part of balancing finances after a costly summer, while also showing interest in Spain U21 star Rodrigo Mendoza, whom Manchester City and Juventus are also tracking. These discussions remain in early stages, but it's clear Arsenal are positioning themselves for a very active winter window. With Bayern Munich now the immediate focus, today's session was all about recovery, rhythm and readiness. After yesterday's derby win, confidence is high, energy is strong, and the team is fully locked in for another huge night at the Emirates. Let's continue to previous updates. Arsenal are reportedly leading the race to sign Levante striker Karl Aita Aong. According to Spanish outlet Sport, the 22-year-old Cameroonian has already caught the eye of top European clubs, with his breakthrough season with 5 goals and 1 assist in just 9 La Liga appearances. Aong's performances have attracted attention, including from Barcelona, who have reportedly already had an offer rejected. The plan from Arsenal would be to secure the signing in January, but loan him back to Levante for the rest of the season, allowing him to continue his development before joining the Gunners next summer. If this move goes through, it's a smart strategy to strengthen Arsenal's attacking depth without rushing integration. This brings us to the situation surrounding Gabriel Jesus. Recent reports from Spanish outlet Fajes suggested that Mikel Arteta might be ready to let Jesus leave. However, these claims should be treated with caution, as Arteta has consistently spoken highly of the striker, praising his energy, competitiveness, and desire. Despite this, Jesus himself has admitted that he dreams of one day returning to Palmeiras, leaving some uncertainty about his long-term commitment to Arsenal. Jesus has also been out this season due to a serious knee injury, but could be available again in early January. With Arsenal potentially signing Aong and other attackers, the club may need to consider how Jesus fits into the squad moving forward. Everton have also reportedly been monitoring his situation, highlighting that Premier League interest exists if a sale becomes viable. Meanwhile, Arsenal legend Gilberto Silva has publicly backed a potential move for Real Madrid winger Rodrigo. Rodrigo's situation at Madrid has been challenging. He has played just over 450 minutes in all competitions this season and started only 3 matches, falling out of favour under Xabi Alonso. Gilberto emphasised Rodrigo's talent and versatility, noting his ability to perform across the forward line and provide competition for Arsenal's existing squad. While signing him on a permanent deal may be financially challenging, bringing Rodrigo in on loan could be a low-risk, high-reward option that strengthens Arsenal's attacking options. Rodrigo's Real Madrid teammate Jude Bellingham has even stated that Rodrigo is more talented than some of Madrid's top stars, underlining the quality that could be added to the Gunners squad. Finally, the best news of the day concerns Bukayo Saka. According to Football Insider and Fabrizio Romano, Arsenal are in advanced talks with Saka regarding a long-term contract extension. Reports indicate that both Saka and the club are aligned on the vision of him staying at Arsenal for the rest of his career. This is a massive boost for the club, as Saka is one of Arsenal's most important players and has already established himself among the best wingers in world football. Securing him long-term not only locks down a homegrown star, but also ensures continuity as Arsenal build towards sustained success.